Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot. I'm so excited to have you here today, this evening. Actually, I waited till night to do this reading. This is a special reading about your shadow self, your night persona, your Dr. Jekyll, your dark side, whatever you would like to call this. The you, and I'm not putting a value judgment on this. This is not your good and your bad side. It's not taking a look at your bad side. It's not saying that you have a good side and a bad side. I'm letting it be very open with just the theme of your shadow self, your night persona, or whatever else comes up. We're going to see what comes up. I'm so excited for this. And yes, I waited for the night to do this reading, so I'm really excited. So I am going to pick 3 cards from this oracle deck. So let us wake up this deck. And I'm going to pick 3 cards. Actually, this one too. That's number 2. And let's shuffle it one more time. Well, this one wanted to come out. All right. This is the card for pile number 1. Transformation. It's card number 26. What an appropriate card for this night persona, this shadow self. All right, this card is for pile number 2. The Art of Seduction, number 14. Seduction is mostly, when people think of seduction, they think evening, nighttime activity. All right. This is the card for pile number 3. 24 Mermaid's Love. Look at this little bird. What's so interesting is that he is a creature of the air. He's a bird. And she is a creature of the sea. He is standing and she is floating. He is in the air and she is in the water. You can tell by her hair, she's in the water and she's floating. You can tell he's standing, that he is bound by the rules of the air, but yet they're existing together. And this might be you and your shadow self, very close. How interesting. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to get some crystals. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. And I've added some crystals, 1 for each pile. For pile number 1, I couldn't resist. It says transformation, and look at this. This is the tiger's eye, and it just looks like it's transforming right before our eyes. Look at this. It's so intricately transformative. For pile number 2, I have this black obsidian heart. I couldn't resist having hearts because 2 out of the 3 are about seduction and love. And this obviously can also be about love. Who's kidding? Who are we kidding? This could totally be about love too. So this mermaid's love, I have this Amazonite heart. It's just so gorgeous. For once I didn't say it's so beautiful. All right. So take as much time as you need to pick. You can pick from the number on the card. You can pick the number of the pile, 1, 2, 3. You can pick from the crystal. You can pick from the word or phrase on the card, the picture, anything, a feeling, anything you want. And obviously, if you are drawn to more than one, definitely watch more than one. And I will leave the timestamps below and see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You picked this transformative card, Transformation. It's card number 26 in this deck. I love how delicately she's touching this butterfly that is part of her dress and maybe part of herself. We don't know. And you also picked this transforming before our eyes, tiger's eye heart. So actually I'm going to put them together right here. Can you see this? You can't really see the crystal, so I'll put this up here. All right. I have several decks. I think I'm going to... So this is your... And I just wanted to preface this by saying, once again, that I'm not doing this as, your good side and your bad side, or your some sort of shadow work thing. It's just your two sides of you, but the shadow side, the day side and the night side, the dark side, the light side and the dark side is not necessarily good and bad. It's just different, in my opinion. So I'm going to pull another card from this. I'm going to go through several decks, and I'm going to pull one card from each and put one on each side. So that's what I'm going to do. This is another oracle deck. I'm going to pull 2 cards from this one. And then this is the Halloween deck. How can you have a night reading without a Halloween deck? That's all I have to ask. How could you do a night reading without using a Halloween deck? Whoops. So this is going on here, and this is going here. Actually, I think I'm going to pull another one from this one. Oop, and this one wants to come up for here. So I've got this one. And we have this deck. I'm going to pull 2 from this one, or 2 each pile. Well, we know what this one is going to be, and then this one. And finally, I'm going to pull 2 each from this deck. I love how beautiful this gold is on here. this. There's this, and then this. So we have our two piles. And I think I'm going to reveal one card each, like one card at a time from this side and that side. So since we already have one out for here, I will pull one out for here. All is connected. Wow. It definitely is. Number 12, all is connected. All right. I don't know how we're going to fit all these cards in, but we will. We'll do it. We'll get it done. All right. So there's this oracle card. This is card number 31, the turtle and coriander with satisfaction. And then there's this. This is 10, the duck and chrysanthemum with luck. Well, there we go. There's luck. There's nighttime luck. All right, so we have this card, the 6 of Wands. This is from the day, which is interesting because it's nighttime in this picture. And let's see what we have here. The 4 of Pumpkins, which is the 4 of Pentacles. Planting pumpkins. Well, I want to mirror it because I want us to be... Yes. I might have to rearrange these afterward, but we'll make it work. Justice is coming up next for you. This owl always looks like a pineapple to me. All right. And then what do we have here? The 4 of Bats, which is the 4 of Swords. Taking a nice rest. And we have the Page of Cups. Look at how love-struck he is. He's got all of the accoutrement of love. Wine, flowers, billet doux, more poems, hearts, butterflies, just sprinkles, everything. Love it. And we also have for this pile, or for this side, the Star card. How lovely. She's a tree woman. Do you see she has roots? She's a dryad. All right, we have this Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, King of Pentacles. Making things happen through the power of his intentions. Oh my gosh, I think I might even have to move the camera at some point. I'm just gonna take it, put them out. I don't know what I was thinking. I have so many cards. I'm gonna put them out and then I'm going to do some magic behind the scenes and so you can see all of them. This is the 5 of Wands. Look at this. This is some sort of conflict here. Very determined. Both of them are very determined. And we have the Fool. I feel like this one wants to be with the Page of Cups. And we have the Ace of Cups, new beginning. Oh my gosh, we have 3 more cards. You know what we'll do? We have 3 more cards for each side. So what I'm going to do is I'll put these here. I'll put this here and this here. And then I am going to rearrange these so you can see them. I will be right back. Okay, pile number 1, I rearranged this. And as I was rearranging them, I was looking at what's here. And I'm feeling a kind of a, or not feeling, you know, I'm seeing kind of a theme here in that you are kind of attributing more stability and more good things to your day side than your night side. To your, you know, to your light side than your dark side. And for me, the dark side, the shadow side, the night side, it's where more of the allowance is made sometimes. More of the allowance is made for you to enjoy yourself, for you to accept yourself the way you are. So I'm seeing like satisfaction is on your light side, and we have luck on your dark, you know, your shadow side. So luck is not really, you know, luck can be there or it can leave. It's very fickle. So what I'm seeing is your shadow side, your dark side is more fickle in your mind, more kind of airy and going away, you know, flighty, untrustworthy. We have this 6 of wands, which is public recognition for a job well done. It's beautiful. Parade, you know, you're getting a parade. Everybody loves you. Everybody's cheering, you know, off in the corner here. Everybody's cheering. And then you have this 4 of pumpkins who is working away at night to plant the pumpkin seeds, but no one is cheering on this radish, cucumber, pea person. No one is cheering this little vegetable person on. I'm wondering if your shadow self might feel a little neglected because it's kind of, you know, working in obscurity and being seen as flighty and not stable. But, you know, your wants, your more, for lack of a better term, your base desires, you know, your need and your craving for like physical touch and love and, you know, good food and lounging around in the bathtub. I'm just mentioning some stuff. Whatever you find, like some sensual pleasure, any sort of sensual pleasure, whether it's, you know, having a glass of wine or a good meal or anything. That's what I'm associating with this dark, you know, shadow side, because a lot of times we're always telling ourselves you have to be good, you have to focus, you have to this, you have to that, you have to the other thing. So what's interesting is you have this transformation and all is connected. These are such meaningful cards together. This transformation is, it's interesting because it is a transformation, yet she is not being transformed. She's wearing something that is transformed already. But she's only wearing it. She is not transformed, if you understand what I'm saying. She is saying all is connected. This is your shadow side, your night self, your night mask, this one. But again, she's alone here. She's doing this, but is she getting any recognition for this magic that she's doing? Is your night self, is your shadow self, is the part of you that loves joy and sensual pleasures kind of toiling away while you neglect it? It's being asked to do stuff that I don't think it wants to do. Do you understand what I mean? It's you're asking your base desires. Base as in, it's just a turn of phrase. It's not, I'm not attaching any value judgment to this. So you're asking the parts of yourself that love lounging around and having a break and doing something fun to keep working far long into the night when you want to be goofing around. You're asking your little interior vegetable person to continue working. So that's what comes up with this, is the King of Pentacles. Your day side is creating this magical thing for itself. The part of you that is responsible and likes to work and likes to get things done and likes to make the magic and likes to be down to business is being fulfilled. But your part of you that likes to lounge around on the couch eating snacks and wants to read a novel over the weekend instead of doing anything else, or whatever you find pleasurable. I'm just saying a whole bunch of things, hoping that you'll at least one of these you will resonate with. But even if I haven't even mentioned one thing that you like to do, you get the idea. That part of you is feeling like it's fighting against you. Do you understand what I mean? You are fighting against yourself. You're fighting against the half of you that likes those sort of things, because all is connected. Your shadow self is telling you all is connected. I don't want to fight with the day side, with the light side, with the responsible side. I need time too to be me, to be goofing around, to eat ice cream or whatever I like to do, whatever you, pile number one, like to do. And when I was first revealing these cards, I'd said that this Page of Cups is, getting down to business. It's like, I'm getting down to the business of love. I'm getting down to the business of getting my enjoyment. But he's treating getting his enjoyment like a business. So is he really enjoying himself? I mean, I guess he really is enjoying himself if he only loves to get down to business. The business of love. But then look at the difference in the mood of these two cards. You have this Page of Cups. I got the wine, I got the flower, I got the billy do, I've got the poetry, I've got the butterflies, I've got the magic. I'm getting down to business. And this Star card is so ethereal, and she's just standing there on her hillock, letting the magic of the world flow by. She's just letting the magic happen. So it seems like There's something about yourself, your own self, pile number one, that you are neglecting. You're neglecting the part of you that just wants to lay on a hill in the summer and watch the clouds pass. He's going to be texting. He's going to be texting while she's turned off her phone. This is what the message I'm seeing over and over again for you. Pile number one. Now we come to these two. Well, actually, I'm going to look at these two first. And again, we have this Justice card. This Justice card is getting stuff done, measuring, making judgments, total left brain, totally working far into the night, measuring, judging, has all of his co-workers with him, the owl, the pineapple owl, the raven, these bats. Even the bats are going to sleep because they're like, oh my God, you're working so much that you're making me, you're working so late that I'm ready to go back to sleep again. Got the turnips, the rat, the cat, this little, what do you call it? I don't remember, you know what voodoo doll. All of this stuff. So much work going on. And then you have this Four of Swords, just being peaceful. Being peaceful and sleeping and allowing the night to pass. Each of these cards is saying the same thing, that there's a part of you that you're neglecting that needs rejuvenation through peace. So then we've got this Fool card and this Ace of Cups. Both are saying the same thing. Now we both finally are saying the same thing. Out of all of these cards, all of these pairings, these two cards are finally saying the same thing, which is new beginning, freshness. I think that you, pile number one, need a new beginning where you're accepting that that part of you cannot work 24 hours a day or 18 hours a day anymore. That part of you needs time. It doesn't even need to be time to yourself. It could be you might be the kind of person that needs time to yourself and you haven't been taking it. Just for instance, if you just want time with your friends, that, I'm not saying that you have to go off on a mountain and be unplug your phone to be happy, but you do have a part of you that is not able to rest. However you feel peaceful. It could be going off with your friend and doing whatever all day, like making time for yourself, digging out time for yourself. Now we have these three cards each, and this message is so clear. So I guess I'm going to ask, any advice for us on how to do this, on how to accomplish this. So I'm going to reveal these, the Lover's card, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So now we have, we have the Hanged Woman, the Page of Swords. This is the God of Darkness, I think. And the Ten of Cups. Isn't that interesting? You have the the Pentacles. You have the Ten of Pentacles on one side and you have the Ten of Swords on the other. Like polar opposites. um, yes, so you have this like forgetfulness, and the god of night, the god of darkness, but I mean it's like a lovely, it's not this god of darkness where, darkness is bad and whatever. It's just like a lovely sentiment, this god of darkness. This is a Greek god. The god of darkness, which is beautiful. And there is this, the strongest thing for me is this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Pentacles. Pile number 1, it seems like if you don't take time for yourself, you've got a choice. You can either not take time for yourself and have a 10 of Swords experience, or take time for yourself and have a 10 of Pentacles experience, which is a wish fulfillment, either betrayal or wish fulfillment. I'm wondering, pile number 1, if this is like a warning for your health, even, like wearing down and getting, making yourself sick, because it's so, look how tired you are. Look at how at peace you are here. Another thing about like this 4 of Swords, the Hanged Woman is just at peace, resting. There's so many of the same messages. So what are there's one card that's telling me how to do this, which is this Lover's card, which is you're going to have to be truthful. If you would rather not do something, you're okay to say just no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rest. If somebody asks you to do something, you can say no. If somebody is offering to help, you can say yes. If you feel like someone is there that you could rely on, but you've never dared or asked them to rely, to do something for you, now is the time. Pile number 1. Now is the time for you to ask for it, because this message is very, very clear. Your night self is just very happy being cared for. And your night self likes to have sensual pleasure and rest and rejuvenation. And it's very, very important for you as a whole, because as we saw already, all is connected. Pile number 1. And if you do this, if you are able to take, if you do take a rest, if you do give into your, your shadow self's blandishments and go and take your rest, your restoration, then you have this total wish fulfillment. The 10 of Pentacles is just overwhelming abundance, like being so abundant that it's just things are overflowing, like your wallet is overflowing, your bank account's overflowing, your refrigerator is overflowing, your love life is overflowing, your friendships are overflowing. And that is what you can have as long as you listen to these 2 warnings. You don't want to be crying into your cups or having this 10 of Swords experience. You want the 10 of Pentacles. So pile number 1, this was your reading. This is a very unified message for you. Lovely unified message for you. Thank you so much for watching. This was very beautiful and very meaningful. And I know you enjoy this, because this message was meant for you today. Or this evening. For me, it's the nighttime. Thank you so much. I love to have you here. I appreciate all your likes, your comments, when you share it and when you subscribe to the channel. But most of all, I enjoy that you are here and are watching along with, and being here, watching along with others and sharing your energy. Thank you so much. I know I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your evening reading. We have this card number 14, The Art of Seduction. Look at his expression. He's just totally, hey. And she's just, you know what he's saying? He's saying to us, hey. And you know what she's saying to him? Hey. I hope that's not too silly. Oh, and you also chose this obsidian heart. Oh my gosh. A lot of seduction going on here. All right, so I'm going to take some cards for each side. So this is going to be your light side, and this is going to be your dark side. And again, there's no value judgment in this. I'm not saying that the light side is the good side and the dark side is the bad side. It's just two sides of you. So there's one more oracle deck I'm going to take one card for each side from. There's that. We also have this deck. This is the Halloween deck, which of course you need to have the Halloween deck out on a night reading. There's this one and this one. And there's this deck. Whoa. And I have two more decks. There's this deck. I'm going to take two cards from each. There's this. And then lastly, we have this deck. I wonder what you're going to get for you. You know, pile number 1 had such a unified message. It was pretty amazing. I wonder, meaning unified as in there was one reality on this side and a different reality on this side. It was very stark. So this is the second, so each side is going to mirror the other. So this card is going to mirror that card. Let's see what it is. Eva. Card number 16. She's blooming out of the flower. Here you go. There's that. So I'm going to pull one card from each side and we will reveal one at a time. The opossum and peony with bashfulness. That's interesting because remember what he's saying, hey, and she's saying, hey. Neither of them are very bashful. Okay, this one is mirroring it. Ooh, the rooster and sunflower with communication. What a stark difference. So funny. You'd think they would be switched. So hilarious. Oh, this is number 47. And this is number 28. All right, what else do we have? The High Priestess. Look at her creating her ideal life. She's just creating. What is this one? The Page of Cups. We also had a Page of Cups from a different deck in pile number 1. Here we go. The 8 of Pentacles, working hard at brain surgery with his lederhosen. I don't know what is up with this turnip person's clothing. Very elaborate costume. All right, and this is this Shadow Self card. The Moon. What an interesting card to have for the moon, the shadow side, the dark side, the night side. What else do we have? Whoa, the 8 of Pentacles again. One right after the other. Very powerful message. It's like cubed. How interesting. Let's see what this one is. The Wheel of Fortune. Of course, it's called the Wheel of Life in this deck, but this is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, I know we're running out of space here, but all right, this is the Page of Swords. Very interesting. Take action, take charge. Look at his luxurious tail. Luxuriant tail here. There's that. And then the Ace of Pentacles. It's magical, mysterious, and mystical little bunny. Little bunny thing. Ace of Pentacles. All right, I think we have room for one more card. And I'm going to leave the others up here. So the Ace of Swords. So interesting. And I will take one last card and leave these 3 up here for later. The Death card, wow. This is the second woman wrapped in a snake that we get. Look at this. Very, very, very interesting. What do we have here? You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card. You have you have the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. Very interesting, pile number 2. And you have these 2 8 of Pentacles. So, wow, pile number 2, we have so much going on in here. I'm not seeing, so far, I'm not seeing such a huge, stark, overall story. So we're going to go card by card and it will emerge. So first of all, I'm seeing 2 ways of being here. They are completely opposite because we have this one, Art of Seduction. Hey, they're both using flowers as tools in seduction. Both of these figures. In this, she is the flower. Very different. It's like you can't even really reconcile them. They're living in 2 different realities. So there's something going on between your day side and your night side, so to speak, your shadow side and your daylight side, that are not in the same reality. Very interesting. Just like this, we have bashfulness and we have communication. You can't be more opposite. It's like this opossum and peony. You know, the opossum wants to run away from any light, is a total nocturnal creature. The rooster is just screaming as soon as the sun, as soon as the sun even is thinking about coming up. The rooster is screaming its joy at this event. Plus, the sunflower obviously is just paying homage to the sun. So it's totally opposite. What I'm seeing is opposition, and not necessarily, it's just opposite, just very opposite. Let's continue here. So we have this High Priestess for your day side, and we have this Page of Cups for your night side. The High Priestess is a mover and a shaker. She's getting things done. She's happy. She's excited. Everyone's impressed. The cat is just, look at how the cat is just watching with rapt attention whatever she's going to do next. She's well read. She's well read. She's well dressed. She's well coiffed. She's just determined to do exactly what she needs to get the results. The Page of Cups, on the other hand, is just full of dreams and maybe looking at the next new thing, going from thing to thing, flitting around. Like, you know, this ghost is going to flit around, and he is dressed like a ghost. He's emulating the real ghost, and he's got a fish skeleton. How funny. But I got a little letter here, but he's dropped it. He's not attentive to details. She's so attentive to detail. He is just dropping letters. He's probably going to leave it to be like, get all muddy, and he's going to forget it even ever existed. Maybe somebody poured their heart out to him in this letter, and he hasn't even opened it. Obviously, it's not opened, and he's just going to forget it and just let it sit there and disintegrate. Very interesting. This is the overall theme here, is the difference between these two sides. So obviously we have to read these two together because they're the same card. Really, this is kind of a continuation of this High Priestess card. It's work, attention to detail. You know, it's less ethereal, less like magical than the High Priestess, more down to earth. You know, I do A, B, and C. I expect results 1, 2, and 3. It's very methodical, and yet lots of work. You know, work and reward, work, reward. That is the understood balance here in this 8 of Pentacles action. And you know what, I really feel like we need to read all 3 of these together. We just really do. So I'm gonna read this lower area kind of out of order of the way they came out, because they're basically it's like this is kind of not opposing, or necessarily, I want to read these, and by reading these 2 groups together, we're going to get a better understanding. So these because this is just the triad here, that this is the power triad of the entire reading here. Death, Wheel of Fortune, Moon. So we're going to look at these two aces. And it's interesting about this Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of, I'm going to read it as a, kind of opposing this Ace of Swords, and also I think I'm going to read it along with these. It kind of fits in with both. Very complex here down on the bottom. So we have this Ace of Swords. It's like clarity, mental clarity. You want to begin something. Your day side, your light side wants to begin something with utmost clarity. And that totally fits in with everything else we're seeing here, which is clear goals, work, reward. Art of seduction, it's like they're both working at this seduction, and they both know the outcome. There's like, you work, you have a reward. This Ace of Swords, you have mental clarity because you know exactly what you want. The thing is, with this card, I feel like you know exactly what you want because you've been here before. You've already tried to get success in this endeavor that you have uppermost in your mind, and you have tried this before. You have been at this before. You have been working maybe without reward. Work, no reward. That's not what we want. We don't want work and no reward. We want work and reward. So this card is saying, make sure you know exactly what you want. Pile number 2. And when you know exactly what you want, with this sword, you're going to cut through any... How am I going to say this? You're going to cut through any doubt, definitely. You're going to cut through any doubt. You're going to cut through any distractions. You are going to cut through any feelings of inadequacy, feelings of imposter syndrome, because now it feels like you've been here before, but not as equipped as you are. You've got all of your needs met. You've got your umbrella, your parasol. It can be both used as an umbrella and used as a parasol, and you have your sword. You are equipped for the journey now, and you are not going to be distracted, and you're not going to be, waylaid. You're not going to be going down some side quest that derails you. So that's very interesting. And you also have this page. So many cards. You also have this. Oops. Here, hold on. You also have this Page of Swords, which is so interesting because you have this Ace of Swords and this Page of Swords. There's so much to talk about that I'm kind of... It's almost too much because there's so many patterns here that I'm seeing with these lower cards. And it's, you've got some sort of, I feel like this is actually seeing you from your past. Like, this Page of Swords is what you were in the past and trying to get to your objective. There's something in your life, pile number 2, that is your total goal. You have a goal, you have a definite goal, and you want to achieve it. And you've been working and you're expecting a reward. In the past, though, you have been equipped like the Page of Swords, kind of with, this giant bulky sword. It looks like he can barely keep it aloft, to tell you the truth. His wrists look too small for this sword. He's doesn't have anything else. He's just kind of on this little hillock with eyeballs. Doesn't look like he's making much progress. He doesn't look as determined. He's looking over his shoulder. He's kind of like, am I good enough? But he's just got some doubts, and he's not equipped enough. He also has this, looks like a giant bug on his leg. Maybe I'm seeing things wrong. No, I think that's just part of his like fur. Looked like a bug for a moment. Anyway, maybe he does have a bug on his leg. This is what you were like in the past. Now you are just completely, you know what you need to do. You are equipped and you are determined. This is your light side. Then we have your shadow side. We have this new beginning when it comes to riches, which is very interesting because you might expect this riches thing to happen, you know, to have been over here because you have these two. We're gonna put these underneath right now because we're gonna be concentrating on these two, this 8 of Pentacles squared here because we have 2 of them, which is so interesting, which is so indicative of this main message, because you, pile number 2, are thinking work, reward, quid pro quo. You have your equipment, you're ready to go, you're determined, you think step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on. That's what's going to get you to your end goal. The art of seduction is steps. You know, step 1, call. Step 2, loving text. Step 3, you know, going out to dinner. You know, just as an example. But the new beginning when it comes to abundance comes on your shadow side, your night side. And look what we have here. We have, and this is how they came out, right? They came out with, yes, they came out like this, 1, 2, 3. They came out as the moon. The moon has such a light side and a shadow side already built in. The moon, the light side of the moon, the upright side of the moon card is intuition and listening to your inner voice. The shadow side is listening to your, like, you know, fears, listening to your doubts, being tormented by your feelings. Look at how tormented this werewolf character is. Even this little Boston Terrier is just so upset for this poor. Everybody is. The skull, the Boston Terrier, the jack-o'-lantern, the cat. Everybody's so sad for this poor werewolf that's so distraught. And so this came out first. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is just like the inevitable change of life. That you know, things change. Nature abhors a vacuum. You know, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. It's just things going around, things happening in their natural cycle. And then we have this Death card, and it is the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. So what this is telling us is we are not at the midpoint. We're not at the midpoint of any cycle here. Pile number 2. We are at definitely the end of one and the beginning of another. There's something ending in your life and something beginning in your life, and there's no two ways about it. It's just the way it is. And I guess this moon card is saying, don't be afraid. Don't listen. Don't give in to your inner fears. Don't give in to your inner imposter syndrome person. Because if you don't do that, if you do listen to your intuition and your inner self in a positive way, your intuition / night side / dark side / whatever you want to call it is the one that is going to germinate your abundance. The Eight of Pentacles is on your day side. Maybe this really is your day job and your night job. Or not your night job as in a night job, but your night job as in like your thing that you're doing on your off hours and trying to make it into your full-time career. Maybe this is two relationships. Maybe this is two aspects of the same relationship. Maybe this really is two aspects of you. What you feel like you should be doing and what you really want to be doing. But we have a more 1, 2, 3 ABC thing going on here for abundance. And we have a very mystical, not mystical, natural ebb and flow and a strong new beginning without as much toil. Just belief. More belief in yourself and the knowledge that really something is ended and something is beginning. We have 3 more cards here. And I'm just going to ask these cards. Let me just make sure that they're right side up here. All right, so I'm going to ask these cards for any advice. Any advice for us. And I'm going to reveal them all at once. 2 of Cups, the Love card. This is the Love card. It's not really, the Lovers card. There's a Lovers card, which has several meanings. One could be love, but this 2 of Cups is the love, romantic love card. The Wheel. Whoa, we have the Wheel of Fortune on this side too. How? What are the chances? And you have the Fool. Wow. All right, so on this side we have the Sun. Wow. The High Priestess. And the Knight of Wands, the fastest knight in the deck. So we've got this Wheel of Fortune on this side too, which means that there's a cycle here too. And it could be coming back to this, reiterating what we already saw in this, is that instead of being the ill-equipped, not bumbler, but kind of bumbler, instead of being ill-equipped for this journey, like you have been in the past, you have all your accoutrement, you have the steely resolve, and you are going to make everything work. And you also have the new beginning, along with the Ace of Swords. You have this Fool, and I think the Fool is telling us, pile number 2, you can just forget. There is zero reason. You can just let go of any former version of yourself. Let go of the version of you that wasn't equipped to do what you wanted to do. You are now the person that is equipped to do what you want to do. Let go of the old. You are now the Fool, meaning you are the one that you want to be now, and you don't have to even think about any former version. And again, so I was wondering about this. So we have the romantic love card. So there really is something. Your day side is really, there's love here. You're in love. Someone else is in love with you. There's some love thing going on. And if this journey that we're talking about here that you weren't equipped before but you are now is love, then this is a great sign. This is a great thing. This Wheel of Fortune is great as well because it's just reiterating you are now ready. The wheel has gone around. You are the person that is now equipped. You know what you want. You know what you want, and you're going to work hard for it. Maybe pile number 2, these are 2 different things. Maybe this is love, and this is your career. Maybe. And if it is, that means that your day side is going to be concerned with with love. And it really is going to be, you know, I put in this work, I look for this reward, I've got everything done, I've you know, worked on my self-concept, I've manifested my dream partner, and now I'm reaping the rewards. I am, you know, I have armed myself with the knowledge that I am lovable. I am protecting myself against negative thoughts with this parasol. I'm walking straight toward my vision of the perfect relationship, and this is all great. Maybe this really is your this side, instead of being two sides of the same thing. Maybe this really is the abundance side, the career, love. I'm sorry, the career and money side of your life. And if that's so, then you really have just to look at these two cards, the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune, to know that there's a new beginning. And plus, of course, plus the Ace of Pentacles, there's a new beginning. And what did we come out with here in the advice? We have the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest knight in the deck, which means rapid movement on your side and exterior. Like, I feel like interior and exterior. And we have the Sun, we have the High Priestess, which is just complete. I mean, of course, we had the High Priestess here too, so you have it on both sides. Knowing what you want and going for it. And we have the Sun, which is just everything golden and beautiful, just like the rooster and sunflower. You have the rooster and the sunflower, and you also have the sun. So you have already the thing that the rooster is crowing about and that the sunflower is looking for. Pile number 2, I really feel like this is two sides of the same thing. I was thinking, and it might still be that for some of you, but for most of you, this is going to be love, relationships. This is going to be career, money, recognition, things like that. And it looks, funnily enough, looks like the love side is going to be more, I know what I want, I'm getting it step by step. And the career side is going to be blossoming with less work from you. It's going to be blossoming through the things are turning and things are ready to blossom out with you know, not extraordinary work from you. You can even lose the letter and let it crumple up and, you know, get ground into the mud, and you're still going to succeed. You don't have to be perfect, which is so funny. And so just like it's a golden thing that you're going to have in your career, in your abundance situation. What a beautiful, lovely sentiment to end on, and a beautiful and lovely reading. I'm so glad that you joined me for this, and I so appreciate any and all likes and comments. I love it when you share the videos, and I also appreciate it when you subscribe to the channel. I hope only once. And what I would like to end with is that the biggest thing that I really appreciate is that you are here watching and sharing your energy with everyone else. And I know I will see you very soon. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. I'm so happy you joined me for this. You chose this just so interesting Mermaid's Love card and this Amazonite heart. Oops, let's make sure you can see it. There's this. And what I'm going to do is pull, matching cards for each side. This is going to be the light day aspect of you, and this is going to be the dark night aspect. But again, there's no judgment on either side. One isn't good and the other one bad or something like that. It's just two sides of you. So I'm going to pull one more. Whoops. Whoa. I'm going to pull one more card. This is for this side. We know what it is already. And I've got one more oracle deck. We're going to pull two cards from this one. Actually, this one is this one. And this one is for here. And we have this Halloween deck because, of course, we can't have a nighttime reading without the Halloween deck. Let's see this one. We need two more. All right, there you go. We've got this one. Let's wake that one up. There's this one and this one. Oh, we still have this one and this one. And this tarot deck. This one was hiding. Let's see again. Oh, we have this one and this one. And then we have this tarot deck is our final one. Let's wake it up. We have this one and this one. And we have this one and this. There's our cards. There's this side and this side. And so what I'm going to do is just pull them one each side. And since we already have this card out, I'm going to reveal this card. Oh, this is the one that popped out, the gardener. She's wearing a house, two houses. And her bulb that is starting to grow its leaves is also wearing houses. What an interesting card. I don't know quite what to make of this card. And then let's see. This is the second oracle deck for this side, the Beaver and Birch with Home. This is card 30. They've found their home together. They've somehow found out how to both coexist with each other, even though they're both in different mediums. Very interesting. Wow, this is metamorphosis. So interesting. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. So this is card 6. All right, I had to sneeze again, sorry. All right, so this is card 6, the Frog and Lotus with Metamorphosis. And let's see, the first of the Halloween deck cards. This is the 4 of Wands. Look at how happy those little baby jack-o'-lanterns are. Everybody's gambling. What is this mirroring card? The Page of Pentacles. She's Hamlet. Maybe she just read Hamlet and now she's acting out Hamlet. She has an audience. The moon, the ghost, and the cat are her audience, and the stars. All right. The Hermit. This hermit is a mover and a shaker. This hermit is not just hanging out on the mountain alone. This hermit is just getting the job done. The hermit even has an extra hand when he wants it. Wow. That hermit card is just tons of stuff going on in there. The World card. Wow. What does this say? Nidhogg was here. I have no idea what that means. I'm going to look that up and see if that means something. Nidhogg. I see. So this is the world tree, Yggdrasil, in Norse mythology. You've probably all heard of the world Yggdrasil. But Nidhogg was the dragon that was chewing at the roots at the base of this tree. So there we go. So the dragon chewing at the base of this tree wasn't able to, you know, was only able to do like some graffiti, wasn't able to actually really do anything to this tree. This tree is still beautifully alive. What else do we have? Pile number 3. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So much abundance, you don't even know what to do with all of this abundance. It's like abundance, you know, just so much abundance. It's like, what is your mirroring card on this side? 7 of Cups. Choices. Very interesting. Oh, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to start reading it in the middle. All right. I'm going to pull some more cards. King of Swords on this side. Very beautiful card. So many things going on. All right. Let's see. And we have the Chariot on this side. Looks like the day horse and the night horse, the sun horse and the moon horse. Or unicorn, sorry. The sun unicorn and the moon unicorn. Oh, and we have day and night, or, you know, sun and moon up here. Very interesting, very apropos symbology here. The Chariot. Let's take one more card from each pile, and then we're going to put the rest of it up here for later. So this is the final day card pile. The day pile card. You know what I mean, I hope. The Ace of Swords, which was also in this exact position in pile number 2. And then let's take one final card from, oops, picked this up by mistake. Let's take one final card from this, and we'll put the rest of this pile up here for later. We have the 10 of Swords. So you have the 10 of Pentacles on one side, and you have the 10 of Swords on the other. What's so interesting is in pile number 1, they had the 10 of Swords on this side and the 10 of Cups on this side, which was very much the same, and like just complete opposite energy, just like these two. Well, pile number 3, the thing that I'm going to be looking at, well, I just have to say the last, you know, the pile number 1 and pile number 2, I was reading like each, you know, mirrored card. You know, I would read these two together, then I would read these two, etc., etc., but it doesn't, I'm not going to do that as much with this one, because I'm seeing much more in there's much more to see with these two. So interesting, because I've already said that he is living in the air. He's a creature of the air, living in the air, living on solid ground. His feet are on solid ground. He's in the air. He even has a bird on his head. She is in the water. She's floating in the water. She's existing in the water. Her hair is flowing in the water. Yet they're together. They are of both worlds, yet together. There's some magic that's helping them to be together. Or maybe that they've created. And then this Seven of Cups. She is half in the water. You see this water bird eating something that's in the, it's in the water. It's dived down into the water. You've got fish, you've got watery plants and things actually wrapping themselves around her. And then you've got the surface of the ocean or whatever, lake or whatever this is. And then half of her is in the air. And she has a choice whether she wants to be of the air or of the water. What does she want? So you have one part of you is like, I'm very sure that this is what I want. Another part of you says, I'm not sure. So it seems like part of you, pile number 3, is very sure you know what you want, and part of you is not sure that you know what you want. So basically, you don't know what you want, or maybe you know what you want sometimes, and sometimes you don't. And of the same subject, you know? This gardener and hermit, they're both working. Look at all of this. I mean, look at this. This one is, you see he is working it. He's got his lab rat is out. his lab rat is out there helping. The skull is smiling. The cat's frolicking. The frog is smiling. The little jack-o'-lantern. He's even drawn, I mean, who else would draw this? He's even drawn a caricature of himself. He's got his hand. Everybody's so happy in this little laboratory, and he is just working and inventing and creating. She is also, but if you look, it looks like all of this down here is the same as this, or at least it could be. And she's got one giant thing, and she's planted. I mean, she's worked too. She's worked hard planting all of this stuff. She's the gardener. But part of her, it's like she is between two worlds, because part of her, it's like she's between this and this. They're all kind of together. Stay with me here. They're all kind of together. Pile number 3. He's the only one that isn't between two worlds, but he's very diligent like she is. So she's also very diligent. But she's between two worlds because she's part gardener and she's part wants to be in the garden and part wants to be in the city. Part of her heart is in the country, part of her heart is in the city, and she's between two worlds. There's some diligence here going on, like creative diligence, like working for a goal and being happy as you're like happy at work. And actually, this Page of Pentacles is also part of that. So you have 3 things on your shadow, your night side. You've got diligence and diligence on you've got 2 things being very diligent on your night, dark side, and you have 1 on your day side. On each of your light, your day and your night side, you have this between two worlds thing. You have 2 on your night side and 1 on your day side, starkly between two worlds. Your reading is much more like muddied together so far than pile number 1 or pile number 2. I'm just going to continue reading. I'm pointing these things out as they come to me, but we're going to see what else we can see. Oops, I have these in the wrong spot here. This goes here, this goes here. Lots of interconnectivity here. Oh, this one here. We have this metamorphosis as well. It seems like you, in your shadow side, you're still between a metamorphosis. It seems like your light side, your daytime side, is farther along in your journey than your nighttime side. Whatever that means, that whatever your day side is pursuing is much farther along in the journey and the fulfillment than your night side. Your night side still in the metamorphosis, like in the action of metamorphosing, in the action of choosing between two worlds. Yet you're both showing, both your day side and your night side have a lot of diligence and a lot of work and a lot of putting a lot of importance on your work, and also having, like, being fulfilled by it. Oh, there's, this is so obvious. We have this beaver and birch with home, and we have this 4 of wands, and they are both just very homey cards, which makes sense because you have this homey love, and you also have this hermit. Like, your day side, your light side, that side of you is very happy in your home life and your relationship, and there's some real happiness here. If you aren't in a relationship right now, you're very happy thinking about it and planning for it, and you're very, you're confident, and you know that when you get into a relationship, you're going to be very happy. There's some confidence there. There's some real, how should I say, conviction. And the King of Swords is like cutting through, and has cut through. This is the thing, you have cut through any sort of self-deception in your light side. Your light side, your day side, you've cut through any sort of self-deception. You know what you want, and you either have it already, you have the relationship that you want, or you're going for it. You're going for it, pile number 3. There's no doubt in your mind. This is important to you, this relationship, this love, this home life, very important to you. You also have this 10 of Pentacles, which is just total abundance. Very, very important to you. This home life, this abundance, everything's important. You've worked hard. You celebrate. You're either celebrating your abundance and your love, or you're like planning. You're like, this is what I want. This is what I want, and you're going for it. You're going for it. There's no doubt in your mind. You're going from the Ace of Swords to the King of Swords throughout the entire Swords journey. You skipped over, but we have the 10 of Swords on this side, which is so interesting. So if you were just up to your light side, you go from the Ace of Swords to the King of Swords. But with the dark side, you You can't escape your dark side. Your dark side, you're getting stymied in the Ten of Swords position, which is ultimate betrayal. So let's take a look at these three very important and very stunningly important and transformative cards that all came out together for you in your dark side. So we have the World that came out first, which is everything, which is the World. It is the final card in the tarot deck. It's the final card in the tarot deck. It is everything that you desire is presented to you. It is the last stop in the Fool's journey, which is everything. Everything is there for you. Even these glowing creatures, scorpion, lizard, bat, and eel. Then the Chariot came out. Quickness, quick results, quick movement. We also have this Sun unicorn and the Moon unicorn. And we have the Sun and the Moon, which is again the yin and yang, the air and the water. And also remember this Seven of Cups. She's half in the air and half in the water. The metamorphosis. We have a lot of leak over from both day and night side, more than the other two piles. There's a lot of kind of mixing. It's like two fluids that are slowly mixing together. So whatever this is, it's quick. Whatever is happening in your night side, it's quick. And then third came out the Ten of Swords, which is ultimate betrayal. Just complete stop, complete failure. So what is going on for you? Pile number 3. Is this, I mean, one of your two, you only got 2 oracle cards, and one of them is metamorphosis. And then we got this Seven of Cups, which is stuck halfway between 2 worlds. So is this ultimate failure? And ultimate doesn't mean like forever. It means just the ultimate, like just feeling like it's the ultimate failure, the ultimate betrayal. Are you betraying yourself? Are you betraying your ideals? Is your night side just you being ruled by your doubts? Is your night side you going between, I can have anything I want and I can have nothing I want? I'm feeling like your night side, in particular, pile number 3, is your doubts and your fears. And you know what I think the position is of these is like you're waffling between, this is the way these are wanting to be looked at. You're waffling between the Chariot rushing toward the World or the Chariot rushing toward this Ten of Swords. What is it that that's creating? So you've started out as the Ace of Swords. You're starting your swords journey. You're either going to ultimately end up as the King of Swords or ultimately end up as the Ten of Swords. And it's your night side, the one that's kind of the Moon card. It's either intuition or giving into your fears. It's either, looking into your innermost hopes and dreams or looking into your innermost fears and like, self-defeating behaviors and thoughts. I just want more clarity about this. And so these 3 cards, I'm just curious. I'm just going to leave it open, just making sure that it's making sure that they are right side up. So we're going to just look at all 3 of these cards one after the other for the same side first. So this is the Judgment card. Once again, transforming from the skeleton that you were, you're moving up through the air in your new form. Just like this mermaid's love being both in the air and in the water at the same time. The Page of Cups. And the 6 of Pentacles. How interesting, pile number 3. So curious. The Page of Wands. We got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. We got the Ace of Swords again. And we got the 2 of Wands. What? How interesting. What is going on? You're very complex and very you're a very complex person, pile number 3. You have a lot going on in your inner landscape. It feels like, to tell you the truth, it feels like you're sometimes just giving in to despair, just giving in to the chaos that you are creating. You can either create the chaos or the peace, pile number 3. We've got the Page of Cups here, which is like, you know, just total feeling. You've got mermaid's love. You've got, now finally we've got some more love. You've got even more love. We've just got an overabundance, an overabundance of energy about love, and an overabundance of love just like spilling over into your life. And we have another instance of you transcending. Instead of being stuck between 2 worlds, you've transcended and you have successfully gone again from the earth to the air. You have gone you've gone from one to the other, just like this mermaid's love. The 6 of Coins, she just looks so despairing. This is a happy card. This is an abundant card, and it really fits in well with the 10 of Pentacles underneath. But it's funny because she looks so sad. So the 6 of Pentacles is just lots of abundance, giving to others, being very generous. Over on this side, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords again, just like on this side. And we have the 2 of Wands. There's some sort of clarity that your night side has. But you have some sort of clarity, but you're still looking. It's like, this is making it clear. Oh, you can't see this. This is making it clear, this 2 of Wands, that you, pile number 1, are looking at your 2 choices. And it's like, it seems like pile number 3, you are not, how can I say this? You're not being truthful with yourself, you're not being truthful with yourself about how much you want one option over the other, or how much one option is going to benefit the other. I think that is like, we're finally, with these new cards, we're finally getting to the root of the problem. You, pile number 3, have 2 choices. You're stuck between the 2 worlds. Remember, from this 7 of Cups. But you have to make a choice. and you're not sure, you're saying, at least saying that you're not sure which side you want, which, sun or moon, dark or light, day or night. You're having to choose between the world and the Ten of Swords. The thing is, one is clearly better for you. One is clearly what you want. Yet there's something about your inner landscape that is not allowing you to either be truthful with yourself or admit it, or admit the truth. So what is it that's going on inside you? That's all. This is what you can answer. And this Ace of Swords came out again to show you that your light, your day side, has already cut through and is already on the journey, but the night side needs to cut through the chaos, needs to cut through the chaos and needs to come to a conclusion as sharp and as clear as your day side. This seems like it could be your day side is your relationship, your home life, your happy home life. Whether you're in a relationship now or you're manifesting for a relationship, you know what you want. And so you're going to have lots of abundance and love, and this King of Swords could be you or it could be your partner coming in. It's lots of success and abundance and everything good. But in this side, your shadow side, your night side, there's some other aspect of your life that you're looking out at this choice you have between choice A and choice B, and you're not being, as I said, you're not being truthful with yourself, or you can't be. There's something preventing you from being truthful with yourself. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I can't ask for too much. Oh, maybe I don't deserve this. Oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Oh, so there might be something there that's, if someone else told you this, if your friend told you this, you would say, that's just, stop selling yourself short. Of course you deserve XYZ. But since it's you, you're not seeing clearly. You're not seeing clearly, or you're not admitting to yourself that you're seeing clearly, if that makes sense. So this last card, the only card that we haven't talked about, is this Page of Wands, which is so appropriate now that we have talked about all this other stuff. So she is a gramophone. Do you see this? So number one, look, she's got the record and the needle, and look, it's on her head is this, the gramophone part of it, the speaker part, which also looks like a flower. So funny. But this is a card of, you need to just explore yourself. You need to explore why you are still stuck between two worlds. You need to explore why you are unable to choose between the world and the Ten of Swords. Which position would you rather be in? Come on, pile number 3. Do you want to be in this joyous world position with Yggdrasil, the tree of life? Or would you rather be in this position, the Ten of Swords? We know what you want. You want this. You want this. Being honest with yourself to ask, not even ask is such a passive word, but demand, to insist upon, to dare to claim what you really want. What is it in your life? Is it like relationship? They could both be about your relationship. You could maybe have some reservations, like you can't feeling like you can't ask for what you really want in your relationship. The relationship seems to be going well, but maybe for a few of you, or for some of you, it could be both, two sides of the same thing, aka relationship. But for most of you, these are two distinct things. You got your relationship thing squared away. You're either in the relationship or you're manifesting for the relationship, but no matter what, you know what you want, you're going for it. This other thing could be your career, it could be your money situation, could be your family, it could be friendships, it could be anything, health. But this all is telling you, have do the inner contemplation, do the work to see within yourself and claim what you actually really want. Pile number 3. That is it. Be as generous with yourself as you are with others. Be as kind and as loving to yourself as you've always been with others. Pile number 3. Because you are the one who is the most important to yourself. You're the only person that is necessary. It sounds funny to say it like this, doesn't it? It's like we're so used to being like, oh, my partner is like, the person that's the most important to me. No. Pile number 3, you are the most important to you. You have to be, because if you didn't have yourself, you wouldn't exist. Be as nice to yourself as you've always been with others. Be as truthful to yourself as you've been to any single person in your life, and see why you are allowing yourself to not claim what you want, and instead even contemplate. The fact that you would even contemplate this position instead of this tells you that you just have to see within yourself, look into your shadows, and dare to claim what you want. There's no reason that you can't want what you want. There's no reason, pile number 3, that you can't want what you want, and that you can't claim what you want, and that you can't have what you want. So pile number 3, this is your reading, very intense reading, a very complex reading. You're a very complex person. You're such a complex, and you're a noble person. You have some real nobility. You have this nobility, and this, just, there's something about you that's very wonderful. And all you have to do right now, pile number 3, is give yourself all the kindness and the attention that you have given to others in the past, and dare to love yourself just as much as you've ever loved anybody else in your life. Thank you for joining me, pile number 3. I'm so appreciative of every like and share and comment. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any future readings. And I know I will see you very soon. Bye for now.